Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel Hell Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to continue seeing more. Well, I'm back with another early morning episode as we are catching up again with the Rugby League that's been going on, and I've brought this out just so that I can do a later episode. Also, Magic Round in the Super League kicking off in the afternoon. 2023 6 games will be. I'll be covering them all over the next couple of days, and hopefully you'll get all the information. Now, what have I got for today? Well, I've got 6 stories that I'm going to go through. They're quite knowledgeable stories, so that I could tell you this information that you should know, in my opinion. So where do we begin? Well, we begin at Huddersfield as Ian Watson, their head coach, has confirmed that forward Jack Ashworth is likely to leave the club at the end of the season after receiving a good offer elsewhere. The 27-year-old made 25 appearances for the Giants since arriving from St Helens ahead of the 2021 season. Ashworth is out of contract at the end of the season, and Hull Live have linked him with a move to Hull FC for 2024. Speaking in his weekly press conference, Watson confirmed that Ashworth would be likely leaving the club on the expiration of his contract at the end of the season to take up a good offer elsewhere, and with there generally being a high demand for young British forwards at present. Watson said on the matter, "Yeah, I think he'll be leaving. Jack has been really upfront with us. He's been here a couple of years now. Again, people are looking at British middles and obviously offering them good contracts. So at the moment in time, it looks like Jack's going to be going in a different direction, which he feels is the right one for him and his family. So we can only support that. Jack was in and around our periphery in our squad, and sometimes they want to play week in and week out. There's got to be a balance out where they see themselves, whether they're happy being in that kind of squad position or whether they want to guarantee a start, really, if you like. From what we had been told, that's what's been put on offer, and that he'll be in that 6-17. So it is what it is. So on to our next story, and versatile forward James Bell has extended his contract with St Helens for a further 2 years, keeping the New Zealander at the Totally Wicked Stadium until the end of the 2025 season. The 29-year-old has made himself very much at home since joining the Super League champions ahead of the 2022 season, and will take his time with the club into a 3rd and 4th season. The former Leigh and Toulouse player said, "We have a really good group here. I know a few of the boys from back home and those from here who have really been welcoming. I almost feel like a part of the setup of the furniture now, so it'd probably be rude to leave." In his first campaign, Bell made 17 appearances to establish himself in the squad in both the back row and loose forward positions, quickly becoming a fan favourite for his ball-playing skills and his strong tackling efforts, as Saints went on to win a 4th straight Super League championship last September. In 2023, he has been ever present to date, featuring in all 14 competitive matches, including the historic victory over Penrith Panthers in Australia to secure the World Club Challenge Trophy and St Helens' 3rd world title. Speaking about his deal, Bell told SaintsRLFC.com, "It's good to finally get it over the line. When I was about to sign the contract, I asked myself a couple of simple questions. If I'm happy, if my family is happy, and the answer were both yes. So I'm really happy to be staying." After the tasting success by helping the Red V retain the Super League crown in autumn of last year and becoming World Cup champions this year, James wants more silverware this season, and in the years to come. Without trying to look too far ahead, we want to go 5 in a row. That's the goal. The whole team's goal is that we are going to go for. And we've got a Challenge Cup that the boys are really hungry for too. So it's exciting times for myself and the team. I'm really looking forward to it on a personal level. I want to be involved in those big games and try to keep my spot in the team. It's still all new to me. The boys have won all won so much, and I'm at the beginning of my journey in terms of trying to win things. So hopefully I add that hunger to the group as well. What the boys are doing already is unbelievable, but I'm hoping to add something to that as well. Staying with St. Helens for our third story, as they are being reported to be leading the chase in the race to sign Catalans Dragons back rower Matt Whitley. Rugby League Live understands Whitley will leave France at the end of the season after deciding to return to England. Inevitably, the 27-year-old has commanded a stack of interest in recent weeks, but is the Super League champions who appear to have are most likely to require his services in a move that would see Whitley bring an end to his 5-year spell at the Perpignan-based club. St. Helens, who are already thought to have secured the deal for Warrington Wolves hooker Darryl Clark for next season, are unlikely to make significant changes to their squad for next season, with most of their off-contract players, barring James Roby, expected to re-sign. But Whitley would be a solid arrival after being a consistent performer throughout his Super League career. He has been a standout in Widnes Vikings side that was relegated, but eventually got a move to Catalans off the back of it. He has now 154 Super League appearances, scoring 38 tries. He's been also capped by England Knights twice. His departure will be a loss for Steve McNamara, though not an unexpected one. It was confirmed in the RFL's off-contract list he was not going to be offered terms for the coming campaign, but the Dragons have already confirmed the capture of Hull FC's Chris Sarte and are thought to be closing in on Penrith Panthers' Tyrone Peachey. There's also an offer on the table for Cruz Leeming, who's currently at NRL club Gold Coast Titans. Our fourth story sees us move to the NRL, as they have themselves issued the Queensland Rugby League with a breach notice following the events that occurred during State of Origin match on the 31st of May 2023. The breach notice proposed a fine in the amount of 30,000 Australian dollars for the alleged breach of the NRL operational rules. Approximately 18 minutes into State of Origin's Game 1, the Maroons have 14 players on the pitch for approximately 30 seconds. The alleged breach occurred following an injury to Maroons player Tom Gilbert. Maroons player Lindsay Collins entered the field of play to replace Gilbert. However, player Gilbert failed to leave the playing field as a result in both players being on the field at the same time. The referee noticed that the Maroons had 14 players on the field and awarded a penalty to the Blues. The Queensland Rugby League board have 5 business days to respond to the notice. We come to story 5, and new Hull KR fullback Jack Walker featured for Bradford in their championship win over Newcastle Thunder on the eve of the Magic Weekend in the city. It was announced earlier on Friday that the former Leeds number 1 has signed for the Robins on a deal until the end of the 2023 season, but will remain available to the Bulls when is not needed by Hull KR, who face Salford at the St James's Park on Saturday. He was signed by Willie Peters as cover to first-choice fullback Lachlan Coote, following the injury blow suffered by Ethan Ryan in the defeat to Wigan Warriors last weekend. Ryan is out with a broken jaw which required surgery. Walker said that he wasn't saying farewell to Bradford, and proved to be the case as he lined up for the Bulls barely 6 hours after his departure had been announced. Signing in the off-season from Leeds, it was Walker's 6th appearance for Bradford, and he helped them to a 28 points to 12 win at Kingston Park. The Bulls have confirmed that the Walker's salary will be reinvested in the first team budget for this season. As Walker had only just signed for the club at the beginning of this campaign, he was just about to find his groove in the side, as he scored twice at York on Sunday as Lee Greenwood's men brushed aside their rivals Keighley Cougars in the Summer Bash. Reflecting on his departure, Walker said, "I've loved every minute of it. I'm grateful to be given the opportunity to play at Bradford. Even though I've only played a small amount of games, I've enjoyed it. There is a great set of lads and people at the club, and I'm really thankful, and I don't think it will be the last time I play for Bradford, so I don't think it's farewell." The game at the weekend, I felt I really connected with the fans, so to say I came from Leeds, they were always going to be warm to me. I felt really welcomed by everyone, including the fans, staff, players, and hopefully it is not at least the last time I play for Bradford. Regardless of anything, my sole focus is on tonight and hopefully carry on from where we left off against Keighley and have a great game. And if it's my last, end it with a win. As we mentioned, Walker will remain on loan with the Bulls if they need to call him back. Hull KR do have that option. And our final story makes us head to the capital, as I can confirm that Corey Norman has signed for the London Broncos as one of 2 players to follow Dean Wari on the upward-looking club. 32-year-old Norman, who has played more than 200 games in the NRL, joins the club following a spell in France, playing for FC Lezignan. Speaking on the signing, London Broncos Director of Rugby and Performance Mike Eccles went on to say, "Corey is a world-class operator and comes to us with a vast experience at the highest level. After speaking to Corey and watching him play in the French competition, it is clear he still has the hunger to win and compete. If we want to keep improving and progressing as a team, it's important that we strengthen the squad with our attacking options. Corey is equally at home in the halves or at fullback, and we can't wait to integrate him into the squad." Corey Norman has revealed the opportunity to experience playing in London at this stage of his career was too good to turn down. "I've decided to join the club because of the opportunity that the club has given me. I want to try and add as much value to this club by helping to get back to where they need to be, and it's just exciting for me to come to London and experience it." Corey has already joined up with the first team squad, however he won't be available for selection immediately as he serves a suspension, with his first game with the Broncos expected to be against Batley Bulldogs at the end of June. The other player is someone who has come through as a product of the Broncos system and went on to bigger things during his career. The Broncos have announced that Rob Butler has returned to the club. Products of the academy, Rob made his first team debut in 2018 and was part of the squad that successfully gained promotion to the Super League after winning the £1 million game. His return was mentioned again by Eccles, by him saying, I'm really excited to bring Rob back to London. Rob was an integral part of the group that performed so well in 2018 and 19. Things haven't worked out quite as well for Rob since he left us, but I'm confident we can get him back to the top of his game. Where players come from doesn't really concern me as long as they represent the club in the right way. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't want a London heart to beat into the team. Rob is one of us, and I know he'll deliver for the team because I know what it means to him to wear the London jersey. Welcome home, Rob. Rob has since played in the Super League for both Warrington Wolves and Wakefield Trinity, and on rejoining the club, he has said he has unfinished business. It's exciting, I'm really looking forward to it. It's been a long time since I've been back here, but what we have achieved when I was here was really exciting. We never really got the chance to finish that last season because of COVID, so being able to come back and relive it and do it all again, that's what I want to do. So there we have it, 6 rugby league stories for you that I feel that you should know, as it helps grow the rugby league world, as you can look into it on the outside. So in the comments below, tell me what your thoughts are on these decisions to either sign, re-sign or release players. Our London Broncos on the forward motion with Corey Norman not available till the end of June. Rob Butler, Dean Ware, all coming into a squad that didn't need a couple more pieces to push them up the table. Are these guys the pieces? We'll have to see. Anyway, I will end the episode there, and I'll remember to thank you and say please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking on that notification bell for any updates or new videos that may be coming your way in the near future. But in the meantime, I wish you all the best, please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode.